Hey, hello, and welcome to the stream. Whether, yeah, you're watching on the pod, or yeah. So yeah, we are going to build a sculk farm today, and I want to just double check. Done right. Audio is coming through. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. That's not the right button. That's the right button. Yes. So, sculk farm time. I'm super excited about this. I am. Edited this design a bit the other day. If I go in here, you'll see, yeah, V3. This is the third iteration I've done of this farm. Was it all below, isn't it? And so yeah, I'm very excited to start building this. However, I just remembered there's actually a couple of things I need to do before I can start building this. Will become apparent in a second when I get some purple stained glass. Which is in here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. What else do I need? I need some double chests. We'll have wood though, that over there, that's fine. And we've got iron. And I don't think we've got quartz though, because I do need comparators. Or a comparator, I should say. I do have quartz and I do have stone. Fantastic. Fantastic. So let's head back through. It's still kind of weird having it that the purple bit disappears whenever you go through a nether portal. I'll wait again here. Like, I was standing in another portal and I can see it. It's still bizarre after playing this game for so long that, yeah, but I didn't even know that was a bug. I was just like, yep, cool, we'll deal with it. But yeah, no, apparently it is. Anywho, if, oh dang it, I need another honey block. I knew I was gonna forget something. Where did my ender pearls go? I put my ender pearls somewhere and I cannot remember where. Wait, where did I put my ender pearls? Well, that's just so confusing. I don't think I put it in any of these chests. No. That's just got stained glass. That's all full of bamboo. That's now full of dripstone, which is very exciting. Did I put it in any of those? No. Not put it in any of... No. Oh, wait, hold on. I think... lot of sticks in there. I probably actually need to empty that in a second. What have I done with my ender pearls? I'm very confused. Anyway, we're gonna need another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Plus another 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. No. And those into chests. Those on there. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purple concrete. We should have plenty over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Lovely stuff. There we go. 3, 1, 2, 3. 6. And then one of those. 5 of those. And actually it's 6 of those, isn't it? Because we need a redstone torch as well. We also need, what's 5 times 4? 20. 9, 18, 19, 20. I know, it's calculator slightly. We need another. Go. Do 4 more hoppers. The redstone torch. And 3 bits of redstone dust. I mean, I guess I technically probably could have kept the. Well, yeah, I don't need to. Never actually needed to do any of that, did I? Oh. Yeah, we just need to make sure the next. Wait, no. I should go get some cherry logs as well, shouldn't I? Also. Grab flint and steel. And there we go, right. As long as that goes back away there, we should be fine. Go get some cherry logs. Because, whoops, I just flew straight past it. That tree farm works with cherry trees, and I need some cherry wood. So, we are going to add a cherry filter to the farm. Excuse me. Cherry logs. Some sticks away. Glass away. And fire back. I tell you what. whilst I do like, which way am I going? This way. Whilst I do like having my industrial district in the end, it isn't half a tad awkward to get to and from. Yes, it is nice, to be fair, to be able to get from my industrial district straight to home base. However, it is slightly awkward to have to go from base into the nether, across the nether roof, back to the overworld, to the stronghold, then into the end, then across the main end island to the end gateway, and then into the end gateway to the industrial district. That part is a little bit tedious. But it does work well. Oh, I forgot to bring... cherry saplings? Saplings. Back we go. This has been a great start. This was supposed to be just like a relatively short, quick stream. You know, just a quick... We'll set the tree farm up. We'll build a quick sculk farm, which shouldn't take too long. But, yeah, no. No, I'm going to have to go between my industrial district and my home base 3 times. And I don't know how I can never remember which way to turn out of that portal. It's so annoying. And back down we go. Right. Now, take it out of oak mode. There we go. Okay, let's take my shield off. And away it goes. We need to get through all these oak logs first. We should start collecting some cherry logs soon. Some ambulance casually going past my window. I have my window open at the minute because it's just quite warm again in my room. Not for too much longer though, because I will not be in an attic room in my new house. Which will be nice. Hopefully the temperature's a bit more stable. There we go, cherry logs. I just love the fact that I just decided that I wanted to design a tree farm that worked with acacia trees in 1.19 before they even announced cherry trees, I'm pretty sure. And it just happened to work with cherry trees. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how I managed this, but yeah, I'm not complaining. This should almost definitely be full now. I'll work out if this is producing items for it to burn. No, it should be good. It's 41 in the filter, which means that it can pick up was that 23 at a time? Yeah, there's definitely not more than 23 getting blown up at a time. Fun watching this from inside the farm. It's This font does now just turn bright pink though, because there's so many cherry leaves. They're just everywhere. Okay. There's just a sapling just popped out there. And away we go. We'll stop that. And the farm off. That should be enough for now. And chest. And we can add those down there. Whoops. I accidentally picked up a little more. Well, one more. And okay, we're fine on sticks still. Mainly because a load of them have just appeared out here. Anywho, I need 12 cherry trapdoors and 9 cherry leaves. So grab some cherry trapdoors. This 3 does 4. Should be enough to make 12. There we go. And 9 cherry leaves should be easy enough. Come up here. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Don't think there's anything else I need. No. Okay, now we can these away. And we can start building. Now this is going to be time lapse. This is going to be for YouTube. Yeah, this is an episode I'm pre-recording, so this will come out not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So yeah, just whilst I'm like in between houses at the minute. So I need rails. That's it. I'll just sort of work our way back to front here. And yeah, I quite like doing these sort of time-lapse bits. A fun way of showing how I like use like Matica, you know, the features I use. The episode that is coming out this Saturday, I used a lot of the Easy Play song because a lot of really awkward pistons. I'll probably use it again here, to be honest. Yeah, and I'm just realizing, small spoiler alert, that's what we built in the episode that's coming out on, well, in the future. When is the episode coming out? Saturday. That's when it's coming out. So yeah, you look forward to the time lapse there. There's actually technically 3 time lapses it took for that, because I started recording that episode at 10 PM at night, and I recorded the first module, that one down there, then went ahead and explained a bit about how it worked. Then started recording the rest of it and got tired. It got to like 1 in the morning, I think. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm trying to go to sleep now. Wake up, be a bit refreshed. And then, yeah, I've still not edited those time lapses as well. It's now Tuesday. I move out on Thursday. I still got a bit of packing to do. So yeah, I'm gonna have 4 time lapses to record, or to edit rather, and as well as 2 YouTube videos, and pack down. So yeah, it should be fine. What's the worst that could happen? But, yeah. So I'm just gonna pop down here. Now this is a funny little mechanism I've got down here. These rails. These rails are actually gonna turn the individual lanes off. You'll see how it works. Once we've done. Basically, there's a series of stone generators, and the stone generators do is, well, they're in individual lanes which then get turned into sculk, and then yeah, push into where these block storages are. 5 lanes of stone each get pushed into 5 block storages. So once each block storage is full, it will turn off its associated lane. Pretty neat little system, I think. Anywho. I'm probably going to do this time lapse a little bit differently to how I normally would, rather than just going straight up layer by layer. I'm probably going to do this segment by segment, so I'm probably going to... I want to do the block storages first, or the actual mechanism first. I probably want to do the mechanism first. Do we? Now we'll do block storage first. Get the grind bit out of the way. Start with. It's just a load of pistons and a load of redstone dust, basically. And a load of cyan concrete. Oh, and repeaters. Yeah, I forgot about that. Which I still have in my inventory. Oh, and glass. Can't forget glass. So yeah, these are the pistons that I usually use easy place for, because then I don't have to worry about... You know, for this I can come down here and do it like so, but you know, once it gets to, you know, the next couple levels, then it's just really awkward to place, and I don't have to like do like, oh cool, here's another bit of scaffolding that I have to place, then I have to add more, and just, yeah, it gets really awkward really quickly. So I'm just going to do that. I mean, that's probably the most cheeky thing I like to use when I'm building in this world, and I do have like some issue with it. And you know, this is probably the biggest one where I could really understand people not liking me using it. But yeah, for me, it's just, you know, I am a full-time uni student, and I'm trying to make videos each week. You know, particularly on bigger farms like this, you know, where I'm going to end up falling down, places like that. And I forgot to get more ender pearls, so I didn't have a quick way back up as well. That's on me. You know, also the fact I'm moving house in 2 days, I don't want to have to spend, you know, about half as much time as I would building the farm just placing scaffolding down. It also makes the time lapse a little bit, you know, weird to watch because half the time lapse is just me placing and breaking scaffolding. I mean, I guess I could come here and use the inverted placement. Actually, yeah, that works well. We'll do that instead of easy place. You know, like I said, so like for that one, you know, I physically can't use the inverted place. And again, I'm pretty sure I can't do inwards and then inverted. Whoops. Or can I? Apparently I can. I am now having to use all four of my fingers, well, 3 fingers and a thumb on my keyboard to do that. That is not comfortable. Okay, in situations like this, yeah, I'm just gonna use easy place. Well, there we go. I don't know why that was being so weird, but oh well. You know, other times like this, I use fast right click, just makes doing that a lot easier. Although I find that I do just often just forget to turn fast right click off. Sometimes it can just be easier to just spam right click. Oh right, yeah, I already placed that one there, didn't I? Looks like the last layer. Yeah, this is the last layer. And again, sometimes in situations like this, I'll use easy place like that. Place one block, then I'll use more conventional methods. How did that place like that? Obsidian. There we go. And of course an enderman spawns there. Why wouldn't it? Got some ender pearls at least. And yeah, I saw a piston fall here. Redstone dust there. There's a wall there. Now we can go. Yeah. And then we can place those. Yeah, the original design for this. Remember, I was looking at the schematic, just thinking to myself, what on earth am I doing with the redstone here? Because I had some weird thing where instead of just like using a wall, and an observer here. That I used some weird thing with like a repeater being powered by a redstone block into where the last block would go, and then a redstone line up onto the top here. It was absolutely bizarre what I had done, and I could not fathom what was going through my mind when I thought that was how to do redstone. But hey ho. Yeah. I've forgotten how awkward cyan stained glass is when it comes to when it comes to like Matica, because the difference between it being there and it not being there is minuscule. So many insta-mineable things here, particularly with haste 2. Anyway, so we're going to be doing this for the next little while. Building these up. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, this is definitely what I should be doing 2 days before I move out of my house. I mean, you can see behind me, if I lean that way a bit, it's a little bit, my room is more empty than normal. My shelving unit's not there anymore, my guitars are packed away. I actually took one of my guitars home the weekend just gone. Went down to see some family for the weekend. Oh, still got fast right click on. And yeah. So where was I? Sorry. Yeah, saw some family at the weekend. It was very good, and so yeah, I took a few bits down to pack away then. Yeah, so we could just carry on building this up. We've got to do this 5 times. And then we get on to the exciting stuff. Also, I suddenly realised I do actually need ender pearls for this farm, because there's an enderman farm on the top of this. You may have seen. Which is kind of important. Based on, how sculk generation is supposed to go. Yeah. To be fair, though, the first one I think I got built up a lot quicker than I was expecting. It was good, so I'm rather hoping the rest of these shouldn't be too different. And technically, these last two would take a bit less time, because there's actually one less column of pistons. Which, to be fair, is the main difference between V2 and V3, was just taking their column of pistons out. Because I built V2, got the schematic and the weld here, and then I suddenly realised that the nearest column of pistons here was gonna, you can see it there, Yeah, rather than having there should have been a row of pistons here, technically, if I wanted to make it as wide as possible. But the problem with having a row of pistons here is that the blocks then get pushed into this slab. And this slab is necessary, otherwise you get water flowing out of here periodically when the farm gets turned on. Which isn't so much of a problem when you've got, rails here, or now that rails can't be washed away. But I don't really want to have water running every time I use a farm. Whoops. We are not done for that layer yet. Was that 3 more players left? Oh no, this is the last. Wait, this is the last layer? Oh yeah, this is the last layer. I forgot. Oh yeah, this is definitely going much faster than I expected, which is good. There's a lot of mechanism bits here. I'll leave those till last. Or after we've done this, and then before we've done the mechanism. Whee. Oh, come on. What is wrong with me? Apparently, I can't stand at the minute. Jump boost is really helpful though with building this farm, particularly because of the number of walls that are around here. Right, that should be it for this. Actually, yeah, we'll go over to this side next. Also, I had the shroom lights there, because I did need the light when I was building in creative. Obviously here, I've got all these fog lights, so I don't actually need the shroom lights on the ground here. Okay, how? Anyway, next layer up. I wonder if I can just probably put fast right click on and just do that. Yes, although I do have a few weird things going on, not gonna lie. Right. Ooh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the new update. It's been good. Obviously I did the stream. Yeah, hang on. Just bear with me a second. I've just got a message through that I need to deal with. My break screen up. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. That may happen a few times this stream. Basically, I'm moving out on Thursday, which is in 2 days. And I am moving into just a friend's house whilst I'm in between houses. Before I start my new tenancy. Sorry, there's other things coming through as well. This one. Second. So yeah, so as well as packing down and video editing, I am also sorting out with them about moving my stuff over to their house. Obviously my stuff will need to be somewhere as well as me whilst I'm in between houses. So my life is very busy now. But I still want to try and get these streams in. Because it's important to take time to relax from these things. And ultimately I find this relaxing. It's why I'm still doing this. If I didn't find this relaxing, I probably wouldn't, still be streaming or making videos. Because, on top of my university degree and, busy life, it's a lot to do. But I've always lived by the philosophy that you can only do your best. However, you still have to determine what your best actually is. Which is kind of a little bit of a weird way to put it, but what I mean is, take exams for example. The way I see it, I can only do my best in exams. However, is my best in exams, say, just not studying at home at all, just rocking up, for my case, uni lecturers, just rocking up to the lectures and spending the rest of my day doing absolutely nothing? Or is my best, spending every waking moment, reading or and studying and, writing flashcards, doing past papers? The way I see it, I can only do best with what I've set myself out to do. So for me personally, I don't spend every waking moment studying. Obviously, I'm doing YouTube and streaming. But I could. And, if I did decide to do that, ultimately, would I do better at my degree? Possibly. Personally, I don't think I would. I'm the sort of person that, how do I put this? I don't benefit from prolonged study. Any sort of prolonged study for me, and I just end up getting bored, and then almost has an adverse effect on, what I'm studying for. But, for some people, it's much more beneficial just to put in loads and loads of hours. For me, I've never found it. I've tried it before, and it never really made much of an impact on my success. And so I've spent a number of years now fine-tuning how I study. Going back like 6 years now, from when I was studying for like my first major set of exams. you know, I'm now where I am. I'm at a very good university, studying, you know, very hard, and I'm really enjoying it. And, you know, having fine-tuned my study style and how I allocate, you know, my time, I'm now in a situation, you know, where I can allocate other bits of my time to doing things like YouTube. Which I really like. It's been nice to sort of grow and, you know, develop this sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, like time management maturity maybe. Um yeah. And I think, yeah, I think for a lot of people outward looking in at, you know, how I'll allocate my time, they might say, oh, you should probably allocate more time to study. And fair enough, yeah. Um maybe. But from what I found myself from studying and, you know, sort of fiddling around with, you know, much like how I'd fiddle around with repeater timings in a, in a redstone contraption, you know, fiddling around with my own personal timings on how much time how much time I'm spending studying, how much time am I spending playing music, how much time am I spending, you know, making YouTube videos, how much time am I spending just gaming for fun. Um, Personally, I think I've found a really good balance. Um, yeah, but the important thing to remember is it differs for each person. Each person's brain works differently. Um, you know, I think I'm quite a big example from that. You know, growing up in school when I'd have really, you know, key exams coming up. So here in the UK where I'm from, we have set exams called GCSEs, which you go over when you're sort of like 15, 16. And then when you're 17, 18, you do A levels, and that's what gets you into universities here. And, you know, throughout my GCSEs and A levels, uh, we have, you know, the big being told, don't just read the textbooks because it's not an effective way of revising because you know, your brain just can't take information like that. But for me, that is one of the best ways for me to revise. I'm one of the sort of really rare cases that I can just read and take in the information. Now I don't just study like that. I should hasten to add, there is definitely merit in having variety to your study, but that and doing past papers they are by far the main ways that I will study. In my school when I grew up, there was reasonably large emphasis on things like flashcards and posters to revise. Personally, I just could not get on with them. I tried them a couple times. You know, particularly when we do like class lessons on like, okay, we'll do class revision, and for this revision you're going to make some flashcards on a certain topic, or, you know, we're going to do a mock poster on a certain topic. And I'd get like a third of the way into it and I'd just get bored. I have quite an active, you know, brain. I'm constantly thinking about things. And so having to do the same thing having to write out what I've already written out, my brain just doesn't like it. um, Whereas reading something and understanding it in a different way, that's um, that's sort of how my brain works. And yeah, you could argue, but, you know, writing flashcards, does that not help? You know, why wouldn't that help your brain understand it in a different way if you're physically, you know, writing the information out in a different way? And, you know, again, it comes back to, okay, yeah, maybe somebody else's brain that will work just as well, but for me, it just doesn't. Um, you know, like I will write my notes and stuff out, and then when I read back through, you know, the original material, I'm suddenly then like, ah, so that relates to that part of my notes. That's sort of the way reading the textbook works for me. Whereas if I'm, you know, writing flashcards and stuff on something I've already done, just as revision, my brain is just like, I've already written this out before, and it will stay stuck in that original way of thinking when I first wrote the notes. And so that's why I think I find it really difficult to learn in that sort of way. Yeah. Now posters for projects is slightly differently than revision, because I have a slightly different goal to what revision posters are. Revision posters have the goal of, you know, just going over material that you've covered to refresh your brain, whereas, you know, poster projects, particularly at uni, you have a goal that you've set yourself, which uses the material that you've learnt. It's not just recapping the material. But yeah, so that's a little let's say brief, but it's not that brief, insight into, you know, how I allocate out my time, I guess. You know, why I'm still spending a decent chunk of my time streaming and recording videos when I'm moving house in 2 days. Now, obviously, I did take a break for my exams this semester. And again, that comes down to my best as how I'm allocating my time to my study. And particularly for these exams, I did need to allocate more time, because I did need to get that marginal increase that I see from putting that extra time in. Now, I won't go into the details of it, because that's probably getting a little too personal for me. But yeah, I also, for me, it's important that I can actually have the majority of my focus on actually, you know, working with my exams, as opposed to trying to focus on, you know, streaming, video editing time lapses, and exams. Anyway, we are just finishing up the last piston wall section here, which has gone by really quickly, actually. It's really not taken much time at all. Yeah, which I'm kind of surprised at, really. I guess now I kind of want to do these extra bits, which I will use scaffolding for. There. Grab lights. Me. Everything else I think we've got. Oh, we'll need note blocks. Observers and other things. Good. I think we are good. So, that back. So, and we should be able to add everything based off of here, I think. Let's just place that temporary. Jump boost really coming into its own. Then we should use accurate and then wait, oh damn it. All the blocks for me to do that with obsidian. Parkour. Alright, piston. We use flexible and then into, right? Yeah. And then into and then regular. And then that's into like that. Right, let's grab all of that. You know, for the sake of the schematic, I'm just going to put all of the shroom lights on here. Or maybe take them off at the end. Once I know which ones don't need. Don't actually need the shroom lights. So that. This is where things get a little bit cramped. And another little pillar there. That. And we should be able to do that like that. Cool. Yeah, this little bit of redstone here took a little bit of finagling. But I eventually got it working. Not necessarily in the most elegant manner. Well, I got it working. That's the important thing. Let's go up to that obsidian. Should just be able to build up from there. Also, I am missing a scaffolding from somewhere. And I can't see where. Oh, it's down there. Pick that up before that despawns. Not that it really matters, we have so much bamboo. There we go. You can turn hitboxes off now as well. Those bits of obsidian in. That's the mechanism over there. This is also one of the slightly more awkward ones. Because not only have you got to fit block pushers tilably, you have to do them in such a way that they don't get in the way of the other stone lines that you're pushing around. Which, let me tell you, is not easy. But okay, we should be able to go up another layer. We're gonna need the stone in a second. But isn't it? Hey, we made it. Let's if I place the wall down. There we go. Right. Yeah, we need stone. How is this for lighting? If it's not. Yeah, let's go get the stone. Anything else we need? I'm gonna say no for now. Although, to be honest, more rockets might have been an idea. I am still recording on that. We're just gonna put the first line here so we have a something to stand on. Down. I don't accidentally activate any of these note blocks. And then 1, 2, 3. And a couple streamlights. For good measure. Now. That is all the block pushes done. Except for those ones there. So we can come down here and start working on these after we've gotten rid of this scaffolding. A stack, very nice. So let's come over here, put our scaffolding back, and grab basically everything else. Comparator. Grab those, don't need them quite just yet. Also, we don't actually need the blue concrete. Okay, we'll leave that for now. So, whoops. Go, okay, just there. Sticky pistons in. Cauldrons in, and this is where we need our water bottles. And what I'm doing, you just need a single water source for this. I do have, I need to go and put the concrete in first and try not to look at this Enderman. The other reason why building in the end sucks. You physically can't make a mob switch. There's no way to keep areas loaded. Where on earth is the green concrete that I'm missing? Not like one from underneath here, is it? Nope. The green concrete is this line, isn't it? No, not a clue. It might just be an extra bit of green concrete, to be honest. I think this should tell us, actually. Yeah, missing none. Just got an extra bit of green concrete for some reason. Right, so... Go. Need. Two. This is very important. This is actually what is going to turn off and on the relevant lines. Somehow these escaped without being lit up. Not great. Oh, there goes all our rockets. Probably get some more of those. Oh, I need to make some more of those as well, actually. Oh, completely out. I might actually need to AFK at our mob farm the first time, and I don't know how many months again. Because, yeah, that's been a hot minute since we did that. Anyway, what's left for us? We're going to need some of those. We're going to need that. Stairs. Those. Those. That will do for now. I think. I can land on a... Maybe a little awkward. There we go. All right. I want to make sure these are the right note. For some reason, these are note 1. There we go. It's still saying wrong state because they're not powered. Okay. Did remember that was where the obsidian was. Right, I know that these were the bottommost blocks. The obsidian, that is. Then that, and I don't have the redstone torches. Those in. We're gonna need those as well. The ender pearls away. Okay. Go. Oh god, I will need an infinite water source because I need to waterlog these stairs. hate placing stairs like this. That, and then that, and that. Obsidian. Probably... Oh no, this is fine. Redstone torches to the rescue. Right, now I do need an infinite water source. Do I have room for 5 water buckets? That is the question. That. Then put those away. Then yes, we do. And yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't work, and I have no idea why. Whether they need to be, do they need to be straight to? No, nope. Flat out and don't float. Lovely stuff. Well, that put those spare buckets back, and we can refill that in. I think that's all of the water we need left. No, yep. And a lot of these slabs around here now are to stop sculk veins from growing or from spreading. Because I really don't want sculk veins just going everywhere. They will spread in some places, it's the nature of sculk veins. And just with how some of the farm needs to be. But yeah. Mind, can you please just place straight? Weird notes, but for the sake of just not having orange lighting up the schematic, it's not that big of a deal. Tap them a couple times. Now you can do that. And now it's live, so if anything dies on here, then yeah. You will be producing sculk if anything dies on there. So, put that in there. This is when we should be able to basically start picking everything else up that's left in here. Glass, levers. Yeah, that's definitely for the top. Okay. I almost tried to land on the glass there, only to remember I can't do that, can I? Come on. So this is our little AFK platform here. Right, so well, this isn't really the AFK platform because the AFK spot is the gold block just over there. But this will be. Wait, actually, hang on a second. I forgot to check something, and if this doesn't work, this could actually be quite bad. It is... Ah. Okay, so a substantial portion of the farm is actually outside of the thing. But the majority of it is inside, so technically it should still work. And because we are so low down in the world, it shouldn't matter, I would like to hope. Anyway. And everything else needs to go up here. This is our little clock we're going to use. We'll get to that in a second. I look on the side, observer facing in. Few final things to do. Set this up, and now you can sort of see how the comparators here turn the farm off. Basically, these cauldrons here will give a power level of 1 when they're behind the comparator. And so that means that it will power each of these blocks, which will power the target block here, which will power each individual piston. Because it's a power level 1, it will only power. So if this one's up, it will only power here. This one's up, it will only power here, and so on and so forth. And that's important because, of course, these ones here are smaller than the rest of them. So the edge ones here will actually fill faster. I believe. That and the fact that obviously they get to first. Plus also, if I want to take some, but not all of it, then I can just, you know, mine some of it away. And then if I turn the farm on, it will only run what's necessary. Quite a neat little system, I think. Anywho, blue concrete time. So that needs to go in. And once I've placed that, then I can run back and get the last few slabs that we needed. Which were here. Go. This is when things get a little bit awkward. Thankfully, jump boost and the flexible block placement lets me do that, which is pretty cool. 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Go. This should be the last layer. There we go. Glazed terracotta, of course it's going to be the wrong orientation, because when is glazed terracotta ever in the right orientation? And I am actually going to do all of this first. Because this is actually an on-off switch for the farm. Or the Enderman farm above, rather, I should say. But actually, yeah, technically this works as a stone farm as well. Particularly because we've got haste 2 everywhere around here. Which is kind of cool actually. I've only just realised that. But yeah, this allows us to turn the Enderman farm on and off, which means basically whilst I'm working around here, I'm not going to constantly have Enderman falling from the sky, creating tons of sculk that I just don't want. Because on top of these blocks goes some redstone lamps, placed in such a way that it lights up, and I don't know why I'm jumping on top here, but it lights up the entire spawning platform. It is really, really useful actually. So I got lights there as well. If I come over here, turn this on, hey, that lights up. Obviously this is now in the wrong state because I was an empty, and yeah, took the schematic with the Enderman farm on. Yeah. So let's grab the last couple cherry bits. Fly up here. And now we get to do the last part of the farm. Be very nice. Oh, I managed to pick that up. Get the cherry trapdoors in. Fall off, of course. I actually kind of ironically used the cherry here as a joke, because I was just like, yeah, sure, new 1.20 thing. But actually, the sort of pastel pink with the black stone looks really cool, I think. Particularly when you add like the cherry leaves, which I do on the top eventually. It'll be the last thing I add. It's, yeah, it unironically looks really good. Because yeah, I'm eventually going to put a tower around that. And honestly, I think I might. I was originally planning on doing like a blackstone and warped wood thing, kind of similar to what I did by my ice farm. But after just sort of jokingly put them together, basically that's what it was. I was just like, you know, whenever you're building redstone farms, it's always just like, what kind of wood shall we use for the signs in the water streams or these trapdoors that are going to trick the mobs into walking over them? I was just like, sure, why not? Why not use cherry? Normally I'd use like spruce because I usually have a lot of spruce. It's usually the wood I start building with. So I usually end up with tons of spruce saplings. And then by that point, I've already just started building out of wood. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, yeah, sure, we'll try it with cherry. And then I built this up. I was like, actually, the light pink with the black, well, blackstone looks really cool. So yeah, I might do that. It'll probably be a stream thing. I probably won't put it into a YouTube video. It'll be the sort of thing that I start the YouTube video with, being like, hey, yeah, on stream I built this. Looks good. Probably post a time lapse onto Instagram, you know, some things like that. But because it's not really a farm per se, I probably won't put it in the actual farming you know, playlist. I could upload the time lapse as a short as well if I did do a building time lapse like it. Also, it'll, you know, help direct people towards my VODs channel. You know, if they do want to watch me actually build it, or they can, you know, watch the time lapse on Instagram or YouTube Shorts if I turn it into a short. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like with content and stuff nowadays, just how many options there are of just, you know, like to do things. You know, you've got long form videos like what I do, and you know what Hermitcraft people do. You know, that long form let's play style. What you do, you've got the you know, the big creative technical people that like Cubic Meter. You know, do big creative projects. You know, they'll put it into survival as well. You know, a lot of the time they'll do like just fully creative episodes where they just build something ridiculous. Creative and explain a bit about how it works. Something that you'd never necessarily feasibly build in survival. Although they sometimes do. And then you have like short content, like, you know, random Minecraft facts, or time lapses, for example, or fun snippets from shorts. So yeah, it's really cool the variety that we have today. Yeah, personally though, you know, content is shifting towards sort of short content style. That seems to be what's being consumed the most. Which for me is it's kind of sad. Not really from the point of view that, you know, I create long form content, but from the point of view that it's just like, you know, when we're really at the stage where our attention spans are so short, we'll only watch content if it's less than a minute long, and then we'll just immediately want to go to the next one. Anyway, that's where our thingy-bob goes. That fell down there, yeah. I'm going to leave that last one. We'll stop the replay file there, and first of all, go get more ender pearls. And put this stuff away. 9. Do I even like have an infinite water source anywhere around here? I feel like that's probably a good idea. Hmm. Okay, well, Minecraft is actually quite noticeably slower at rendering. I was noticing video settings today. Where was it? Wasn't there? Oh yeah, entity distance. How far away entities are rendered. That's set to 100% the default, obviously. I was just like, why not just set it to max? Then we can see things like chests and stuff from far away. However, you saw there, and I noticed with the end actually, it was having quite an effect on the performance. Ah, there's my ender pearls. Which I found really interesting actually. I'm gonna go get a few more ender pearls. Which I realise I have an enderman farm. What am I doing? I literally have an enderman farm with like multiple double chests of ender pearls. So yeah, I just completely forgot about that. I've not used it in so long though, that's why. Partly because it's killed me the past couple times I've been there. That was... Yeah, the last time I went there was when I built the gravity block duper, which then glitched out when I went through it and I fell into the void and lost everything. And so I needed levels again to like reclaim all my stuff. And yeah. Alright, yeah, I never connected chests up to this thing, did I? Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, in my defense, it's been a long time since I've been here. Like I said, it was the gravity block duper, which which episode was that? Hang on a second. Which episode was the gravity block duper? That was episode 16. This is for episode 32. We're on episode like no, this is for episode 33. Sorry. Yeah, it was half the series ago. The last time I used this. Anyway, if this isn't enough, we'll take a few. Oh damn it! Though I need a name tag. I need a name tag, and I need a minecart, and I need rails. I have rails in my ender chest. I know that much. Need to double check on the minecart. Name tag. I'm gonna get from villagers here. I'm gonna get a few name tags. 5, 1, 2, 4 name tags. That should do. I'm gonna call it. You know what? That's absolutely perfect. Just leave caps lock on by accident. To be fair, whilst I'm here, I might as well grab some more ender pearls. 33 ender pearls should be enough. Pretty sure it's a 1 in 20 chance to get an endermite. We should be good. I just need to remember to name tag it before putting it in the minecart. I'm gonna take the spare glass I had in the bamboo farm. Turn our rendering off. Need to... Guess there's a little bit of room to work with here. Probably a terrible idea using a block that can't instantly break. It's gonna make clear up a bit of a nightmare. Anywho, yes, I do have a minecart and I do have rails. So... Can't place rails on leaves, can you? Forgot about that part. Okay, well that should be fine. You know what? Screw it. Not pretty, but it will work. That's all that matters. So let's get that there. Ender pearls. Need food. Name tag. No! Regen should very much be helping me out here. There we go. And it hasn't fallen in the thing. This is fine. There we go, now it's fallen down. So the bait is in. The farm is currently off, which means we shouldn't get any endermen spawning, which is good. I'm now going to break tons of glass, so bear with me. And then I need 9 water buckets because we need to waterlog these leaves. Otherwise we'll end up with endermen teleporting up here. Which is bad. So... just throw that over there. Don't need that. What was I after? That. That's what I was after. That. And we just waterlog these. Honestly, waterlogged leaves are just a completely underrated feature in Minecraft. I think they're so good. Whether it's like doing like concrete conversion, cobblestone generators, they're just really useful. Needs to go back in there. That needs to go back in there. You have to remember I've got tons of hopper minecarts in there. Put the glass away. Why not? Drop the pearls away. Why not? I'll keep the name tags though. They're actually probably quite useful. And I kind of want to turn this on now. So, whoops, make sure it works. So we're going to do another replay mode, which is going to be yet another time lapse for me to record. But oh well. And so what we should see is because there is literally nowhere else for Endermen to spawn. They should all just spawn up there. Yep, there they go. Now if I turn this on, something has gone wrong. That's generated cobblestone for some reason. Oh, I'm really dumb. I'm really dumb. Oh, I've actually done that, haven't I? Ah. Basically, I tested the farm with stone and not sculk. So this block pusher here actually works because when you pass stone underneath the note block, it changes the note block's sound, which the observer can then detect. However, of course, if the stone is turned to sculk by the time it gets to the note block, that doesn't work. Ah, that's a small oversight on my part. Fortunately, I think it's a relatively easy fix. I just need another 1, 2, 5 observers. I say it's a relatively easy fix. It may break some of the following things. Also, it would appear some of the Endermen were landing on here, so we may actually need some shoots. Observers. That is what we need. But also, yeah, I'm gonna make a few stacks of cyan stained glass as well. So I will need as much of this glass as possible. No idea how much cyan stained glass I'm gonna need. Oh, and I'm gonna need some. First though, I need more observers. 5 more observers is going to be 5 times 6, which is 30 cobblestone. Need 10 redstone dust. 9 is 10. And we're going to need 5 quartz. We are running quite low on quartz though. I'm probably going to need to do a big session at the gold farm soon. Now we need cactus. Lots of cactus. Let's say we want it's I want to say it's 41 glass per shoot. Or wait, no, it's probably be a 3x3 will do. So it's be 12 times 4, it's gonna be 480. 256 is 4 stacks. It'll be 7 stacks. It's gonna be 7 times 8, which is 56. Yeah, 56. Dye, half of 56 is going to be 28 green dye. 14, that's going to be 2 coal per. So 28 dye, 9, 18, 27, 28. And then 7 total stacks of glass. Fortunately, I have a ton of random glass in here for some reason. Making iron stained glass. And dye, cyan stained glass. And dye. Oops, cyan dye. You know what, I can't be bothered just to keep clicking. We're just going to sit here and wait for it all to smelt and do it all at once. Yeah, that's kind of a... I kind of want to say oh yeah, it's kind of an easy or embarrassing mistake to make, but it's actually kind of an easy one to overlook if you think about it. Because at the end of the day, how I do farm design is I'll try and tackle one bit at a time. So we'll be okay, right, we'll tackle the block pushing bits before we try and add, okay, sculk, there's going to be sculk spreading everywhere, yada, yada, yada. I was just okay, right, stone's coming through, etc., etc. How can we speed up the block pushes and reduce the number of observers? Because making lots of observers is more hassle than you'd think. Because you need so much cobblestone if you're doing large numbers of observers, and particularly in a build like that, which has that many pistons, you're already using a load of cobblestone. dodgy there. I was like, oh, I know what we can do. We can use note blocks. Because note blocks detect when stone changes underneath them, and I just missed the fact that I'm not building a stone farm. You know, if I was building a stone farm, yeah, it would work great. And unfortunately, I'm not. So yeah, this is going to end up being Sculk Farm V4. Alright, so first things first. Does this work? This is the main one to watch out for. Does seem to be working, which is really good. Okay. Also, I forgot to add that last one. Next thing to do is to add the chutes. Are going to be centered on here, I believe. And I'm using cyan stained glass, even though this isn't part of the cyan line. Because I think cyan stained glass just works best with the sculk. Because I'm in a 3-block stall, I'm just going to do this every other block. I mean, technically I could get away with every 3rd block. But, it should create like quite a cool effect as well. From a distance. But yeah, so we'll build this up. Turn it on, and then it should keep all of the Endermen within within the 3x3 that they need. That didn't make sense. Within the 3x3 that they need. It should keep all of the Endermen within the area that they'll die from fall damage. I noticed a couple Endermen there fell and they sort of like drifted off to the side as they were falling. Which didn't actually really happen in my testing. Admittedly, it wasn't extensive testing. But give me a second. But yeah. How far are we off? We're about half... probably a bit over halfway, actually. And we just keep going round and up. I probably could have like alternated colours of glass here, which would have been quite cool. But I am not stopping and tearing half of it down now. I can hear the endermite, which is a good sign. Watch me now end up coming up here and just realising I've built it off. You're in, you're in. Yeah, I ran into a few problems with the farm, mainly, well, part of how I set it up. And partly with Enderman drifting off to the side. You might remember this, actually. This is the one I designed when I was staying with you. However, I have since added to it. That's a terrible place to put that. Okay, right. Should, in theory, work now. Oh, I've gone too low. Let's get rid of some of this stone. It's a jump boost. And right. First of all, does the Enderman farm work? Yes. The answer. Oh, wait a second. They're landing on the sculk sensors. Oh, that's actually quite an annoying problem. Ah. Okay, this could go quite badly, but... That's very loud. But anyway, it is now half working. I may need to make some slightly bodged edits to the Enderman farm up here. Because yeah, this is not ideal. Yeah. I basically just need to move the Enderman farm up a block. Or at least part of the Enderman farm up a block. Yeah, also, for some reason, that is... Well, anyway, I'll figure that out sooner or later. But for now, that is going to do it for the stream. I'm going to end it there. Like I said, very busy, things to do. But yeah. Okay, JH, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I am going to finish off there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Check out YouTube, check out VODs and whatnot. Yeah, like I said earlier, probably not a lot coming up soon because I'll be in between houses and whatnot. But yeah, just keep an eye out on the socials and that. But that'll do it for now. I really need to turn this Enderman farm off. Yeah, see you next time. Bye. And I can never find OBS.